Once upon a time, there was a magical place called Dreamland. The Whispering Woods was in the heart of it. The trees whispered secrets to each other, and the flowers sang sweet songs. This enchanted forest was home to many wonderful animals. There was Whiskers the squirrel, always cheerful and quick, who loved to gather nuts and play games. Then there was Hoppy the rabbit, kind and gentle, who loved to hop and skip through the meadows. And last but not least, there was Waddle the duck, a bit clumsy but always full of joy, who loved to swim in the crystal-clear ponds. One sunny morning, as the birds sang their merry tunes, the three friends met by the giant oak tree in the middle of the woods. "Let's go on an adventure today," said Whiskers, his tail twitching with excitement. "An adventure?" asked Hoppy, his ears perked up with curiosity. "What kind of adventure, Whiskers?" Waddle quacked enthusiastically. "I love adventures. Let's go." So with hearts full of excitement, the three friends set off on their magical journey. Little did they know what wonders awaited them in the Whispering Woods. As the friends ventured deeper into the woods, they noticed something strange. The forest seemed unusually quiet. The usual buzz of fireflies lighting up the night was missing. "Where are all the fireflies?" wondered Hoppy, his nose twitching. "It's so dark without them." Whiskers climbed a tall tree to get a better view. "I can't see any fireflies anywhere," he announced, his voice filled with worry. "The forest looks sad without their twinkling lights." Waddle, who was always optimistic, tried to cheer up his friends. "Don't worry, we'll find them. They're probably just playing hide and seek." But deep down, Waddle felt a little scared too. They had never seen the Whispering Woods so dark. Determined to bring back the light, the three friends decided to search for the missing fireflies. Their adventure had just begun. They walked and walked, but the fireflies were nowhere to be found. Feeling lost and confused, they decided to seek help. They remembered old Mr. Owl, known for his wisdom and knowledge of the woods. He lived high up in the tallest pine tree, watching over the forest with his big round eyes. "Mr. Owl, can you help us?" called out Whiskers when they reached the pine tree. "The fireflies are gone and the forest is dark." Old Mr. Owl blinked slowly, his gaze full of understanding. "The fireflies are sad, little ones," he hooted softly. "They've lost their sparkle because they've forgotten how to share their light." "Forgotten how to share their light?" repeated Hoppy, puzzled. "But why?" Old Mr. Owl explained. "Each firefly carries a spark of joy. When they share that spark with others, their light shines even brighter. But lately, they've kept their light to themselves, and so it has faded." "How can we help them remember?" asked Waddle, eager to bring back the sparkle to the forest. "You must show them the way," said old Mr. Owl wisely. "Show them that true joy comes from sharing and caring for one another." The friends set off on a journey to the Crystal Cave, where the fireflies gathered. It was a long and winding path, through rustling leaves and babbling brooks. Whiskers, with his nimble feet, led the way, while Hoppy hopped along beside him. Waddle, a little slower but determined, followed close behind. They came across a group of butterflies fluttering around a patch of colorful flowers. The butterflies looked sad, their wings drooping. "What's wrong?" asked Hoppy, his heart filled with concern. "We've forgotten how to share our colors," sighed a butterfly with delicate blue wings. "We used to paint the flowers with our vibrant hues, but now we only think of ourselves." Whiskers had an idea. "Let's help them remember," he chirped. He picked a beautiful red flower and gently touched it to the butterfly's wing. The butterfly's wings instantly shimmered with a brilliant blue, reflecting the red of the flower. The other butterflies, inspired by Whiskers' kindness, started sharing their colors too. The flowers bloomed brighter than ever, radiating with a rainbow of colors. The butterflies, filled with joy, fluttered around the friends, thanking them for reminding them of the beauty of sharing. Their hearts filled with warmth, the three friends continued on their way to the Crystal Cave. The path led them to the sparkling river of dreams, where the water shimmered with 1,000 colors. It was said that if you followed the river, it would lead you to your heart's desire. But the river looked murky and dim, its sparkle almost gone. "Waddle, something is wrong with the river too," whispered Waddle, feeling a little scared. As they moved closer, they saw a group of little fish swimming in circles, looking lost and confused. "Hoppy, why is the river so dim?" asked Hoppy, his ears drooping with worry. "Little fish, "We've forgotten how to share our dreams," whispered a little fish with sparkling scales. "We used to swim together, our dreams blending and creating a beautiful river of light. But now we only swim alone, and our dreams are fading." "Whiskers! Let's share our dreams with them!" he exclaimed. He closed his eyes and imagined his dream of climbing the highest mountain, sharing his vision with the little fish. The little fish, inspired by Whiskers' dream, started sharing their dreams too. The river, filled with their collective dreams, began to sparkle again, its colors swirling and dancing with renewed vibrancy. With a grateful swish of their tails, the little fish thanked the friends for reminding them of the power of shared dreams. As they continued their journey, following the sparkling river of dreams, they came across a hidden cave. It glittered and shimmered, inviting them in. "Hoppy, this must be the Crystal Cave," exclaimed Hoppy, his eyes wide with wonder. Inside the cave, everything sparkled and shone. Crystals of all shapes and sizes hung from the ceiling, reflecting light in 1,000 colors. But in the center of the cave, huddled in a dark corner, were the fireflies. Their lights were dim, their wings drooping. They looked so sad that it made the friends' hearts ache. "Waddle, fireflies, what's wrong?" asked Waddle, his voice soft and gentle. "Firefly. We've forgotten how to share our light," whispered a firefly with a tiny flickering light. "We used to light up the forest, sharing our joy with everyone. But now we're scared to share, and our light is fading. Whiskers, let's show them how to share," he whispered to Hoppy and Waddle. They gathered around the fireflies, their hearts filled with warmth and love. They shared stories of their adventures, their dreams, and their joy of being friends. As the friends shared their stories, something magical started to happen. The fireflies, touched by their kindness and warmth, started to flicker with a renewed light. They remembered the joy of sharing, the happiness of bringing light to others. One by one, the fireflies started to fly, their lights growing brighter and brighter. They flew around the friends, their lights dancing and swirling, filling the cave with a warm golden glow. "We remember now," chirped a firefly, its light shining bright. "Sharing our light makes us happy." Another firefly added, "We were scared to share, but now we see that giving brings more joy than keeping everything to ourselves." The cave, once dim and gloomy, was now ablaze with the fireflies' light. The crystals sparkled and shone, reflecting the light in 1,000 colors, creating a spectacular display of beauty. The friends, their hearts overflowing with happiness, watched as the fireflies rediscovered the joy of sharing. They realized that true happiness comes from helping others and sharing what you have, even if it's just a little spark of light. The fireflies, their lights now shining bright, were ready to return to the forest and light up the night. But the entrance to the cave was blocked by a giant rock, too heavy for any of them to move alone. "What do we do now?" asked Hoppy, his ears drooping again. "We can't let the fireflies stay trapped in here." Whiskers looked around, his mind racing. "We need to work together," he exclaimed. "If we all push together, we can move the rock." Waddle, though a little scared, nodded in agreement. "We can do it." They all gathered around the rock, fireflies and friends alike. Whiskers, with his strong legs, pushed from the back. Hoppy, with his powerful hind legs, hopped and pushed from the side. Waddle, flapping his wings with all his might, pushed from the front. The fireflies, their tiny bodies glowing with determination, added their strength too. And slowly, inch by inch, the rock started to move. With a final push, the rock rolled away, clearing the entrance to the cave. The friends and the fireflies cheered, their hearts filled with the joy of their combined strength. The fireflies, their lights shining like 1,000 tiny stars, flew out of the cave, eager to share their light with the forest. The friends followed close behind, their hearts filled with happiness. As they stepped out of the cave, they gasped in amazement. A magical rainbow bridge had appeared, connecting the crystal cave to the heart of the Whispering Woods. The bridge shimmered and sparkled with all the colors of the rainbow, inviting them to cross. "Wow! Look at that!" exclaimed Waddle, his eyes wide with wonder. "It's beautiful!" Hoppy, ever cautious, asked, "Is it safe to cross?" Whiskers, his tail twitching with excitement, declared, "Of course it is! It's a bridge of light and joy! Let's go!" And with that, they stepped onto the bridge, the fireflies swirling and dancing around them. As they walked across the bridge, They felt a surge of warmth and happiness filling their hearts. The bridge seemed to radiate with the combined joy of the fireflies, the friends, and all the creatures of the Whispering Woods. The bridge led them back to the giant oak tree in the middle of the Whispering Woods. As they stepped off the bridge, the fireflies spread out, their lights illuminating the forest, bringing back its sparkle and magic. The trees whispered their thanks, the flowers swayed in delight, and the creatures of the woods rejoiced in the return of the light. The friends stood under the oak tree, watching the fireflies light up the night. Their hearts were full of joy, knowing they had played a part in bringing back the sparkle to the Whispering Woods. "We did it!" exclaimed Whiskers, his voice filled with pride. "We brought back the light. And we learned that sharing makes everyone happy," added Hoppy softly, his eyes twinkling. Waddle, flapping his wings with delight, quacked, "Let's always remember to share our light with others." And so the three friends returned to their homes, their hearts filled with warmth and the magical glow of the firefly's light. They had learned that true happiness comes from kindness, teamwork, and sharing your light with the world. And they knew that as long as they remembered this lesson, the Whispering Woods would forever be a place of wonder, joy, and sparkling magic.